What's up guys, I'm DwkVideos. I make military content, put on the internet for you. Of course, my social media links are in the description down below. I highly suggest hitting that Teespring link because, you know, merch. And hitting my Instagram because, you know, my ego. But we're gonna be talking about one of the hottest topics in my comments section. How do I go to school while in the military? So in the military, we have this thing called tuition assistance, which I'm pretty sure isn't offered to officers. So if you're a potential officer candidate looking at this video and you're like, okay, I already have my bachelor's, but I wanna go back to school, you guys can put in another officer package where they send you back to school and then you owe more extra years to the Navy, all right? Sum you up with officers, whatever. You guys already understand. I'm sure you guys already have a grasp on it. So we're gonna be talking about enlisted. If you're enlisted and you join the Navy and you're like, hey, you know, I'm joining the military to further my education, that is perfectly okay. That is a smart idea to do. You're gonna hear a bunch of, like, you know, D-bags talk about, if you're just here for education, get the F out. And it's like, all right, man, when you get out and you're homeless, you come back and, is that too far? Don't be talking crap about people who are joining the service to better themselves, all right? I'm sure they still love their country the same as you do, except they're being smart and they're getting something out of this deal too. So when you join, you're gonna go to boot camp, A school, a follow-on school if you have them, and then your first command. Whether your first command is shore duty or sea duty is gonna really inflect how you can take school when you can take school, right? Let's say you get to an operational command where they offer warfare devices. You are gonna need to qualify for your warfare device before they approve TA. Tuition assistance, which is a voucher that you give to the college and the school is paid for. Then and only until then, you will get your TA approved by your chief, and then you can go to school online on your off-duty time if you're operational. If you're at a shore duty command, you can actually go to school in person, which was dope. It was one of the crazy experiences because, you know, I was 19, so I'm like a year behind my peer group, and I went to like an off-base college, and it was, you know, night classes, and I just sat there and I was like, whoa, like my life would have been so different, because I'm looking around the classroom, right? 360, I'm like, my life would have been so different. We're getting off scale, right? If you're at a shore duty, you can go to classes either online or in person. But shore duty doesn't have warfare devices, so you're like, okay, well, what's the time requirement on me going to school? Unfortunately, normally for chiefs to sign off on your TA, they want you to perform in your job well for about a year. So your whole first year after A school, you're normally not gonna go to school. Are there ways around this? Yeah. You can be like me. And I already knew my job. I got put in preventive medicine, which is like STD counselings and disease control, right? And I said, okay, I already understand this. I submitted for TA. They didn't want to give me TA because I haven't been at my command for a year. And I'm a brand new to the fleet, right? Made sense. I said, F it, and I paid out of pocket. I think it was like, I don't know, I only took one class that semester, but it was like 300 something bucks, which really isn't a dent in my pocket if you guys understand how much you're pocketing in the military. Like, honestly, military pays you well. So it really wasn't that big of a dent, because I'm sure other dudes probably like the same week bought a PS4 or Xbox that they didn't need because they already had the other system, you know? Long run, you're investing in your future. So yeah, you can pay for it out of pocket, but if you want the Navy to pay for it, you do have to be at your command normally for a year, but the chief can waive that. Now, let's say the actual process of going to college. So you're at your command, you find local colleges or an online college you want to attend, you apply. Then their educational advisor is going to contact you and say, hey, you got accepted, blah, 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 let's enroll you in class. I need you to transfer your transcript. So it's your task to contact your high school or any other colleges, get them to send official copies of the transcripts to your new college. Then you can also send your smart transcripts, which you can find on My Navy portal, and send them your Navy transcripts, because you do get college credits. A lot of them are gonna be electives for going through your A school and boot camp. So you send that to them and they say, hey, you got accredited this many classes, let's make a degree plan. You guys make a degree plan together for what you wanna achieve, and they say, hey, you need to take these classes, right? Now you pick one of those classes, you enroll in it, right? And then you go to My Education portal, Navy, you guys can find it if you just Google it. You're not gonna get into it without a CAT card, so if you're already in A school, you can do this. So you go up, look, My TA, right? And then it'll say new application. You're gonna put in the school's information, your information, the class information. You're gonna have to provide documents of an advisor report from the counselor to your chief, and then you submit it online. It gets sent to your chief can approve or deny it. When it's approved, it gets sent to Big Navy. Big Navy approves it, it gets sent back to you voucher form. You print out the voucher form, and all this says is, hey, you can bill the money you were gonna bill this person to this account from the Navy, as long as it corresponds with all the data that you put. So let's say you took, I don't know, speech, right? You took speech class, and they say for speech, blah, 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 for this person, at this many credit hours, at this price, it will pay. So you give that to the admissions office, or a lot of people have like actual payment offices. You can drop it off there, say, hey, they put it in your account, and then you're zero balanced. Now, book fees and stuff are probably still gonna be on you. Lucky for you, if you're new to the fleet, you could probably still qualify for FAFSA if you're not married, all that, because it's not gonna count BH or anything. So technically, without BH and all that other stuff, all the stuff that we get for free, it doesn't really show up on our paycheck. So technically, we qualify for FAFSA. You guys know what FAFSA is? It's like financial aid, something. Anyway, it's money in your pocket just to go to school. If you do FAFSA, then you have to report grades to 2 other people, but let's just assume you're not using FAFSA, because that's a whole different video, right? You go throughout your class, you're getting A's and B's and whatever. As long as you pass the class, you are not gonna owe the Navy money. If you fail the college class, you have failed the Navy, and now the money for that class, the Navy wants reimbursed to them, because they pretty much saw it as a failed investment because you didn't hold up your end of the bargain and pass classes. And also, you failing classes can affect you getting approved for future Navy TA vouchers. But you do pass the class, the grades normally are automatically reported to Navy TA, and then you're cleared to submit another Navy TA package. There's tons of universities. National University actually has 1-month accelerated classes, which are super accelerated, but you can take 1 a month, and then your TA would probably max out at like 6 months. So you could take like 6 classes a year, roughly paid by the Navy, and then you can use grants and other things to pay for the other months of the year. And honestly, you could go to classes year round. When I was at my last clinic, me and my buddy Klein, it's funny because we have the same last name, we would sign up for classes together and go to them together, which was super dope because we're both in North Chicago, and like winter nights driving sucks, it's bad on your car, so we would just kind of switch flop back and forth. Plus it was cool having someone I knew in the class. The more credits you get done, the more applicable it is towards officer packages if that's what you want to do, or just get your degree while you're in, and when you're out you don't have to worry about going to school anymore, you can just plop right into a job. Make sense? I hope so. Go follow my Instagram, boost my ego.